Hey, what's going on? My name is Tom or Gummy, and today we are doing another statue tutorial. Today we are doing Nightmare from Five Nights at Freddy's 4, that almost shadow-like character that a few of you guys have been requesting recently. So, if you have looked into pictures of Nightmare, you'll see that some people say that the character is actually wearing like an invisible skin, so it's like a see-through skin. But of course in game you can't actually see that. So today I'll be building the solid character, which you can see in game. So basically the full shadow black character. But in the future I will consider doing the endoskeleton version, which is what you see underneath the outside layers if you see the pictures where it's invisible. So yeah, anyways, if you do enjoy, definitely consider leaving a like, subscribe down below if you haven't already. Again, this was designed by Lazar, so huge shout out to him. Again, his links will be down in the description. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. I will see you in a second. Alrighty guys, so we're going to start off by listing off the blocks you'll need to build this statue, and then we'll get straight on into building. So you'll need black wool, block of coal, block of gold, sand and stained clay, block of redstone, stone, quartz stairs, stone brick stairs, and also stone brick slabs. Ignore the mushroom, that's just there so that when I do use it in the future, I do not have to remake it, because as most of you know, that block is a real pain to get. But yeah, anyways, let's get straight on into building. So, we're going to start off by placing one row. Now, one row consists of 8 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first row is black wool. Now, the legs, if you've watched any of my tutorials before, will know that the legs are 12 by 8, so 12 layers tall and 8 wide. So what we're going to do is we're going to start working up and then working towards finishing the legs. So the second layer is 8 coal. The next 3 layers, so the third, 4th and 5th layer are all black wool. Again, each layer being 8 wide. The next layer, or the 6th layer, is a block of coal. So right now it should be 6 tall, 8 wide. Should look like this. Next 2 rows are black wool. The next row is 3 black wool, 2 coal, 3 black wool. Next row, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool. Again, should be looking like this so far. Next row is 2 coal, 4 black wool, 2 coal, and then the final row for now is 1 coal, 6 black wool, and 1 coal. And once you've done that, it will be 12 tall, 8 wide, as you can see on screen right now. If you want to do so, then feel free to pause. Again, just by pausing and looking at it right now, it should be pretty self-explanatory what to do, because that's the beauty of video, I guess. Again, if you can't tell though, the first layer is black wool, and it goes layer of coal, 3 layers of black wool, layer of coal, 2 layers of black wool, and then we've got the variant pattern up here, which again is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so hopefully you've got that. If not, go back, see where you've gone wrong. Again, it's easier to take your time than rush ahead. So, moving on to the body, what we're going to do is first of all mark off where the hands start. So, we're going to go to the top left corner where this block of coal is and go up diagonal. We're then going to do the exact same on the right side. We're then, off of each block of coal, going to go black wool, block of coal, black wool. And again, we do the exact same on the right side, black wool, block of coal, black wool. And that basically just marks out where the hands start. So, we're not going to worry about that for now. What we're going to move on to is the body. So, for the body, it again is 12 by 8 and goes on top of the legs. So, first of all, we're going to place 2 black wool right there, next to where we've just placed the start of the arms. We then place 4 coal, and then 2 black wool. Next, what we're going to do is place 1 black wool, 6 coal, 1 black wool. The next row is 8 coal. So far we're up to 3 rows. The next row is black wool, but this is where things get slightly tricky. So what we do is we place 1 black wool, we come behind, place 1 behind it, punch the original one out, and build the row there. So essentially the whole row is indented 1 block. It's set back 1 block from the rest. So of course the next row, which happens to be 8 block of coal, isn't set back, and once you've built it, it gives you an effect like this. Now that is to represent the mouth and the teeth that is in the stomach. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our quartz stairs, and we're going to go round the back and start adding them in. Okay, so coming around the back, what we're going to do is punch out the first black wall, the third one, the 6th one, and the 8th one. We're then, on this coal here, going to place an upside down stair facing towards us at the back of the statue. We then repeat that for the 3rd, 6th, and 8th one, and then behind each one, we then replace the black wall. The black wall we only remove to give us access to them. And once you've done that, it gives you an effect like this. As you can see, you've got like the jagged teeth and the gap in the stomach. Okay, so if you want to pause so far, the body is 5 tall and 8 wide at the moment. And again, it looks like this. Make sure you indent that black wall, otherwise it doesn't look nowhere near as good. Okay, so on top of this, we're going to place 3 more layers of coal. So 3 more layers of 8 coal. So that's 4 in total. Next, what we do is we place 1 black wall, 6 coal, 1 black wall. The next row is 3 black wall, 2 coal, 3 black wall. And then the final 2 rows are just 8 black wall. And once you've got to this point, that is the top of the statue. Again, I can prove it to you in a second, but it should be looking like this so far. So again, just to prove it to you, the floor is Y5, the top of the statue should be Y29. As you can see, it is perfect, and the top of the body will be Y17. This is 1 block above. So there you go, as you can see. So everything is going great so far. I will let you guys pause if you need. Right here on the body, again, that is the whole body in shot. Everything below that layer there where the arms stick out is the legs, so don't worry about that at this point in time. Okay, so a few minor things that we haven't added yet, which we need to. We need to add his bow tie, and we need to add the buttons. So for the buttons, what we do is we come to this mouth area here where we've indented the black wall, and we go up to the coal blocks above the 2 gap in the middle. We then place a 2x2 square above it. We then leave 1 block going up, and we place another 2x2 square, of black wool like so. And once you've done that, it will look like this. You'll have a 1 block gap at the top, and you'll have a 1 block gap in the middle, but there will be no gap between this and the mouth. Okay, so for the bow tie, what we're going to do is we're going to go up diagonal to the left and to the right from this button here. On the left side, we're going to go to side once, up twice, to right one. On the right side, we're going to go to right once, up twice, and to the left one. We're then going to connect them by placing 2 blocks right in the middle, like so, and then in either side in the block gap, we place black wool. And once you've done that, that is officially the front of the body complete. Again, take your time. If you haven't got it looking like this and it isn't 24 blocks tall right now, then go back and see where you've gone wrong. Okay, so moving on, we're going to do the arms now. For the left arm, of course, the first row goes black wool, coal, black wool, coal. The second row is 4 black wool. The third row is 4 coal, and it will link up with this row of coal underneath this mouth area. The next 5 rows are 4 black. The next row is 4 coal, and then the final 3 rows is 4 black. And that will bring you up in line with the top of the statue if done correctly, and it will be 12 blocks tall, 4 blocks wide. The other arm is the exact same, just mirrored. So the first row goes coal, black, rather than black, coal. So what we're going to do, second row is 4 black wool. Third row, 4 coal, again should link up with this big old row underneath the mouth, which it does, perfect. Next 5 rows is 4 coal, or not 4 coal, 4 black wool, sorry my bad, getting carried away with saying coal. Next 4 blocks is coal, and then the next final 3 rows is black wool. And again, once you've done that, this is what it should look like as a whole. I'm going to get rid of my arm and show you the statue so far. So we've got the legs, which is 12 by 8. We've got the body, which is from where the arms start up to the very top, which is 12 by 8. And we've got each arm, which is 12 by 4. So, again, make sure you are up to this point. If not, go back. Again, it is a lot easier to fix earlier on in the tutorial than it is to carry on going and realise half an hour later that you've messed up. But if you have got something looking like this, well done, and we will continue when you need to do so. So, moving on, what we're going to do is come around to the left side of the statue and we're going to start making things 3D. So we're going to extend it backwards 1, 2, 3 using black wool. Next layer is 3 coal. Next 3 layers is black wool. Next layer is 3 coal. Next 5 layers is black wool. 4 layers. The 5th layer is 3 coal. And then the final layer is 1 coal, 2 black wool, and 1 coal. And once you've done that, it will look like this. It will be 12 blocks tall, 4 blocks wide, and of course the other side is the exact same, so let's go replicate that now. So, if you wanted to, just pause there and replicate what you did there, but for all those that want me to, I'm going to go through it anyways. So, we come to the right side, the bottom corner. We extend it backwards 3. The row above, each row at this point is 4, but we've already placed 1, so we're only placing 3. Second row is 3 coal. Next 3 rows is black wool. Next row is coal. Next 4 rows is black wool. Next row is coal. And then the final row goes coal, black wool, coal. And again, this is what it should look like. Again, it will be 12 by 4. Okie dokie, so moving on, what we're going to do now is start making the arms 3D. We're starting to work on making the legs 3D, as you can see. We're going to now make the arms 3D. So we come around to the back of the arms. And what we do is from this coal block here, we extend it back 1, 2, 3. Same with this one, 1, 2, 3. This one, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And when you come below, that will give you a nice 4x4 square. Now we're going to come around to the side of the arm, which is this part here, not this part, this is the back, this part. And on the first layer, which is one of the ones we just placed, we go to the second block in, we punch it out and replace it with coal. And that will become explainable, that will become understandable in a second. Okay, so working from left to right, the second row is 3 black wool. The third row is 3 coal. The next 5 rows is black wool. The next row is coal. And then the final 3 rows is black wool. Okay, so it looks like this. Again, 12 by 4. And again, the other side is the exact same. So if you want to replicate it yourself, feel free to do so. If not, that is more than fine. So, coming round to the right side. Again, what we do is we come to the bottom of the hands, where there's this coal and black wool. We're going to extend it backwards 1, 2, 3, all the way across. And it gives you a nice 4x4 square, as you can see. Again, we come to the side, and we punch out the third block, which is this one. So from left to right, this one. We then, on the second row, place 3 black wool, 3 coal, 5 rows of black wool, a row of coal, and 3 rows of black wool. Okay, and again, once you've done that, it will look like this. If you haven't got something looking like this, then just replicate it now. It's 12 blocks tall, 4 blocks wide. Okay, so now we've done that, we're starting to make things 3D, but we've got a big old gap around the back of the statue, as you can see, where we haven't made the back. You can see Nightmare over there, actually, the finished product, so it should be looking like this later on. Just give you a sneak peek of what we're doing. So, the back of the statue, we're going to start at the bottom, we're going to work our way up. It is very, very simple, trust me. The first layer is 6 black wool. Again, at this point it is 8 wide, but we've built 1 block either side, so that makes it up to 8. The second row, 6 coal. Third, fourth, fifth is 6 black wool. Sixth row is coal. 7th and 8th is black wool. Again, at this point should be 8 tall, 12 wide. Not 12 wide, 8 tall, 8 wide, there you go. Next row is 2 black wool, 2 coal, 2 black wool, again, we're just mimicking this part here. Next row is 1 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool, 1 coal, 2 black wool. Next row is 1 coal, 4 black wool, 1 coal, and then the final row is 6 black wool. And once you've done that, you are left with a rectangle like this. Again, it should be 12 by 8. It will look like this. In fact, it's identical to the front, which is nice and easy. And something I didn't show you, which I'll show you now just to prove I know what I'm talking about. The map is Y17 here, it's Y5 here, which proves that it's 12 tall. Okay, so now I've proven to you that it is 12 tall. Go on, feel free to pause, build it, and then feel free to come back when you're ready to move on. Okay, so moving on up. We're coming up to the back of the arms, back of the body. We're going to do the back of the arms first, and I'll explain why in a second. So starting on the back of the right arm, or in this case the left arm, what we're going to do is place 3 black wool. So the first row is 4 black wool, second row is 4 black wool, third row is 4, but again we've got the first block placed, so we're only placing 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. Next 5 rows is 3 black wool. Next row is 3 block of coal. And then the final 3 rows is 3 black wool. And again, it should look like that. That is a 12x4 rectangle, and the other arm is the exact same. So, going for it anyways, the first row again is 4 black wool. Second row is 3 black wool. Next row is 3 coal. Next 5 rows is 3 black wool. Next row is 3 coal, and then the final 3 rows is black wool. And it leaves you with a statue that should be looking like this so far. So we got a big old gap in the middle, we got the back of the arms done, and also the back of the legs done. So we're making good progress. Okay, so final step for the actual body of the statue. What we're going to do for the back is something very, very, very difficult, very elaborate. And you guys have really got to pay attention right now, because this is the trickiest part of the video for sure. We are going to make a 12 by 8 rectangle, so all of this gap here, using solid black wool. Now, I know some guys might not be able to process that thought right now, of how much detail that is. But yeah, we're making a 12 by 8 of solid black wool. And once you've done that, it will look somewhat like this. Very, very detailed. However, some people will ask why there is no detail. I was being sarcastic, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. It's very plain. It's because Nightmare, of course, is very dark, and you can't see any details. So there's no point of adding stuff that you can't actually tell is really there. Or at least that's how I feel, and that's how I feel the majority of people would feel. Because there's no point of adding stuff just to make it look more elaborate and getting away from what the character actually looks like. So one thing we are going to add though, which a lot of people do add, is a tail. Just in case there is one you can not actually see, but most of the animatronics do have tails, so just as a precaution, we're going to add one. If you don't want to, feel free not to. So we come to the first row of our nice, lovely 12 by 8 rectangle. So it's in here, in line with the start of the hands. And we count 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth and fifth block, and then above that we place a 2x2 square of coal, and that acts as a tail. Again, it should be in line with this one, and should be the row above this one. Okay, so let me fill in the shoulders actually, and then we'll move on. So we come to the top here, and we just fill this all in using black wool. And if you have done everything correctly, once you have placed this very final block here, you've completed the body. So, before we move on, I'm going to show you what everything should be looking like so far. So, this is the front of the legs, again 12 by 8. The front of the arms, which is 12 by 4, and the front of the body, which is again 12 by 8. Coming around to the side, we got the side of the leg, which is 12 by 4. The side of the arm, which is 12 by 4. The right side of the leg, which is 12 by 4. The right side of the arm, you guessed it, 12 by 4. Coming around to the back, we got the back of the legs, which is 12 by 8. The back of the body, which is that lovely, beautiful, plain black square, 12 by 8. And each arm, 12 by 4. In total, it's 24 blocks tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. I don't know why you wouldn't be including the arms though, to be honest. And before we move on, I just remembered one thing that I nearly forgot there. So, one last thing we do need to add to the body, just to really finish it off and give it that awesome look, is the claws. So, what we do is we get our stone brick stairs and stone brick slabs, and we come to the bottom of the hands where we place the block of coal. Now, I bet a lot of you are thinking why we've done that. It's because underneath what we do is we place an upside down stone brick stair, but what we're going to do, make sure you are not at the front, you go at the back, so the back of the statue, you come to where these coal blocks are and you build upside down stairs facing towards you, so facing towards the back of the statue. For this one at the side, make sure it's facing inwards towards the statue and not outwards because it looks weird. I'll just show you what it looks like if you place them wrong. It looks awfully weird. It looks like they've got like ingrown nails, which is really gross. So make sure that it is facing inwards like so. And then under each one we're going to place a upside down half slab. Whoops. Like so. So you just place a upside down half slab on that little hitbox right there. And it gives you an effect like this. And we're going to do the exact same on this other side. So we come around to the back side of the statue. We go underneath the arm. Place 2 facing towards the back and 1 inwards. And then underneath that we place 1 slab under each. And once you've done that, it gives you a nice little effect like this. It looks better when you look at it from the side. That's when I think I really appreciate how cool it looks. But in general, it's a really nice design point and it makes it really interesting. But anyways, that's about it. That is the body complete, unless I've really messed up and forgot one thing, which I highly doubt I have. So, that just leaves us with the head. So I'm going to pause the video here, make sure everything's going great with the audio and the visuals as always, just to prevent any loss of footage. But yeah, anyways, I will catch you in a second, stick around. Alrighty guys, so I have checked everything and everything is fine so far, so hopefully we can continue. So, moving on to the head, what we're going to do is start on the front, so make sure at the front, go to the left side, count 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, and on the 5th block, which is this one, we're going to place 1 black wall and bring it 1, 2, 3, 4 forwards. Again, this black wall should be the row next to the gold block here, so by that logic we can figure out that the block on the right side is here, and again 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to bring it in diagonal woods is what I tried to say there, in diagonal on each side, and then do the exact same again. So we bring it in diagonal each time twice on each side, and then we're going to connect it up like so. We're going to fill all this gap in here using black wool, and that will become apparent why later on in the video. Okay, so what you should have now is a overhang of 6 blocks that looks like this. Again, it's 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. Okay, and from up top, it looks like this. But anyways, once you've built that, what we can do is start working on the sides, so it's easier to build up the sides and then join them, in my opinion, than it is to build up the front and then work around, especially on these statues at least. So what we're going to do is come to the left side, and we're going to come in line with this and extend it backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what we're going to do is build it up 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this is the very top of the head. What we're then going to do is extend it outwards towards the front again. 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it should look like this. Now what you'll notice, if you've seen any of the reference images, is there's a big gap here for the jaw. I'll show you what we're going to do for that in a second. Okay, so going back to the bottom left corner, what we're going to do is place 2 more blocks right there on the 2nd row. We're then going to place 1 on the 3rd row, 1 on the 4th row, 2 on the 5th row, and then on this next row, we're going to build a full row. So we're going to extend it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outwards. Oops. Until it comes in line with this very block at the end here. That's how you know you've done it right. So what we're going to do is count back 2 blocks and build this up here, and it will connect up like so. this has got a 2-block overhang from this whole area here, and the reason behind that is this is the top of the head, and this is the top of the jaw. Slightly different widths. Okay, so now we've got this area built for the jaw, we've got this area built for the top of the head. What we're going to do is fill this area in with solid black wool. And then all that leaves us to do is add this little 3D detail which we're going to add, and also add the teeth. So because the teeth is easier, and I like it doing the easier things because I'm lazy, what we're going to do is add the teeth. So this bottom row here, what we're going to do is have a row of quartz stairs facing towards this black wall here. So in total that is 7 quartz stairs facing towards that black wall right there. We're then going to mirror that on the upper jaw, just make sure that the quartz stairs are facing towards the black wall and are also upside down. And once you've done that, you'll get an effect like this. Final thing we need to do for this side before we can move on is add a little 3D effect. So we come to this row above the teeth here. So the 6th row, we leave the first block, and then we place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black wool in a row. On top of that we place 4, so we leave 1 block, place 4, leave 1 block, and then we extend it outwards 1, we leave 1 block, place 4, and then we leave 1 block. And once you've done that, it gives you an effect like this. So again, just to recap what we have done, in case any of you guys got lost on the way. That row at the bottom is 10 long. The head itself is 11 tall. So if you look at the left side of the head, it's 11 tall, and the bottom is 10 wide. The top part, the very top, is 8 wide. And then this part here, the upper jaw again, is 10 wide. Okay, so hopefully you've got that. If not, go back, see where you've gone wrong. If you need further assistance, definitely don't hesitate to message me, leave a comment, and I'll try and help you out as much as I possibly can. Okay, so what we can do now is we can move on to the right side, which happens to be the exact same. So, what we're going to do is extend it backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like we did before. The second row is 3 black wool. The third row is 2. The fourth row is 2. The fifth row is 3. And then this is where we build the big one. So the big one is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, should be in line with this block here. The bottom row of the jaw should be in line with the top, of course. Next, what we're going to do, on the left side, we're going to leave these 2 blocks, and we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4. That was more than 4. 5, there you go. And then on the right side, we're going to do the exact same. So we build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and link up like so. And then in this gap here, we fill it in with black wool. Once we've done that, it's a case of just adding the teeth again and adding the 3D effect. So for the teeth, again, we come to this bottom row here. We place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row facing towards this black wool. We then mirror that on the top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops. Like so. Okay. Again, what we need to do is add the 3D effect, and then we can move on. Again, just to recap though, this whole jaw area, the way it is right now, should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks tall and 10 blocks wide. So this area is 6 tall with a 2 block gap in the middle and 10 wide. And the upper area, which is the upper area of the head, is 5 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide, if that makes any difference or helps you at all. Okay, so what we're going to do is come to the 6th row again. On the right side, leave 1, place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's again the row above the jaw. On top of that, we're going to leave 1 block, place 4, leave 1 block, and then we're going to extend it out 1 by leaving 1 block, placing 4, leaving 1 block. Okay, so that is the right side complete. Again, very simple if you followed, and shouldn't need much attention. Okay, so coming round to the back of the head, what we're going to do is link these 2 blocks up here and connect the sides like so. And then it's simply a case of just building up. This is again a very detailed section, just like the back of the body. We're just going to build up 10, so 11 in total, including the bottom block. And what that gives you is a nice 11 by 8 rectangle of pure black wool. And I'll show you in a second what it should look like. But again, it's very simple to build, so shouldn't be a worry. Okay, so once you've done it, it looks like this. Again, you can see the 3D parts of the sides sticking out. But we'll worry about... In fact, we don't need to worry about that. That's done, isn't it? Yeah. But the 11x8 is just plain. Don't worry. If you want to add some details, feel free. But for the video, I'm not going to because it looks fine without them, to be honest. Okay. So, moving on, what we're going to do is start working on the front of the jaw and also the front of the head. So, we're going to distinguish what part is the head and what part is the jaw. So, we got this line here of black wool that extends out 2 blocks. What we do is we come to the block above that, which is this one, and we place a row of black wool connecting up the 2 sides. That basically marks off what the head is, that marks off what the jaw is. Okay, so, what we're going to do, on top of this row of black wool, we're going to place 1 coal, 1 redstone, 2 black wool, 1 redstone, 1 coal. The next row is 2 coal, 2 black wool, 2 coal, and then the final 2 rows is just solid black wool. Okay, so you've got this section up top which is 5 blocks tall and 8 blocks wide, and it will look like this if you want to pause. And now we've got this really deformed looking jaw. So that is what we're going to work on now. We're going to work on fixing this up. Okay, so what we're going to start off by doing is bringing this part in diagonal twice. And we do the exact same for this side. So bring it in diagonal twice and link up like so. We're then going to fill this whole section in here using black wool. Like that. And then on top of that, what we're going to do, underneath the left eye, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black wool. So it will connect up with the right eye. The next row again is 6. The next row is 4. And in the very last 2 blocks, we place 2 coal on the very end in the middle like so. And that is the upper jaw. Now, what we're going to do, if you want to actually, in fact, feel free to pause, is add the mouth, or the inside of the mouth, should I say. So, we're not going to add the outer teeth yet until we've added the inside of the mouth, for the pure reasoning that you won't be able to get out the statue. Well, you would, but it'd be difficult. Like, you see, it's a bit tricky. So, we're going to not worry about the teeth for now. We're going to go inside the mouth. And what we're going to do is fill in this platform here with solid black wool. So, any gaps, just flatten it out with black wool. And of course, it's a bit bright in here. Don't worry about that. That will be sorted in a second. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to get cyan stained clay. We're going to come to the very back of the mouth, and we're going to leave 1 block gap. And in the middle 2 blocks, which is, of course, 2 in from each side, we're going to place 2 cyan. On top of that, place 2 more. On top of that, we're going to place 2 stone. And from there, what we're going to do is place a layer of stone just above that. So, the block of stone, we build 2 more on top, and on that layer, we're going to fill it in with stone. Okay, so it should look like that once you've done that. What we're then going to do is get our stone brick stairs and make it facing in towards the cyan stained clay and in towards the stone. So we make the 2 on the top upside down facing towards the stone, the 2 on the bottom upside down facing to, or not upside down, facing towards the cyan. We're then going to leave a 1 block gap going towards the outer part of the mouth and place another row like that, but not with the cyan and not with the stone. We're then going to again mirror it onto the ceiling, upside down, and once you've done that, it will look like this. Next, what we're going to do is leave another 1 block gap, but this time we're going to bring it 1 inwards to the middle. So we're going to place 1 there, 1 there, and as you'll notice, there is no gap this time, whereas there's a 2 block gap this time. Again, we're going to mirror that onto the ceiling. Okay, so once you've done that, what we've established is that I've placed 1 row too many of stone. So punch that one out, because the last row of stone should be the one where this stone brick stairs are on. So, it should be looking like this, of course. I'll try and get you the best angle I physically can of what it should be looking like. It should be looking like this. So, as you can see, we got the 1 block gap at the back. We got the 2x2 of cyan with the stairs facing in. We got the 2x2 of stone with the top layer being turned into a big old stone slab. And in fact, one thing we do need to do before I forget is fill this gap in here with black wool. Okay, so once you've done that, it will look like this, and that gives us the perfect opportunity now to start filling in the teeth. So, what we do is we get our black wall and we place 2 facing inwards like that, and we mirror that on the top row. In the middle teeth, right here, what we're going to do, on the left side we go towards us, away from us, towards us, away from us, and that gives us an awesome effect here, where we've got the stairs back to back, which almost acts like the bigger teeth, and then the gaps, and we mirror that on the top one. So we do towards us, away from us, towards us, away from us. And once you've done that, that is the mouth complete. So, again, I will get rid of my arm and look at it from an outer point of view, if you need to pause the tool. But if not, well done. You are doing really well, and we are really, really close to the end now. So, keep on going, I guess. Okay, so, as you can see, that's what it should look like from the side and from the front. I'll go round and spin around it in more depth in just a second. Okay, so next what we're going to do, or the final thing we're going to do in fact, is we're going to work on the top. So we're first of all going to fill this in using solid black wool. We're then going to add the ears and also the hat. That's if I can do this properly. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to the front, where we've got these eyes, of course. We're then going to go to the left side, we're going to leave a 2-block gap, and then we're going to place 2 black wool. So 2-block gap, 2 black wool. On the right side, 2-block gap, 2 black wool. Okay, so that marks out where the ears go. Next what we're going to do is from this left ear, we're going to leave a 1-block gap towards the right, place 4 gold. We're then going to extend it backwards 1, 2, 3, to the right 1, 2, 3, and back towards the front 2. What that does is that gives us a 4x4 square, which is set back 2 from the front, 2 from the side, and 2 from the back. On top of this 2x2 square, or 4x4 square should I say, we're going to place a 2x2 square of black wool, and on top of that a 2x2 square of gold. And once you've done that, that is a hat. It should be 3 blocks tall. You can tell that I'm really starting to list my words now, apologies. But it should be 3 blocks tall and 4 blocks wide. Okay, so now you've done that, that just leaves us with the ears. So what we're going to do for the ears is every time I say something, we're going to do it times 2. So if I say up, we place 2 blocks up. So we go to the side twice, down twice, and to the right once. We're then, on the behind block, going to place 1 black wool, and then the front block, place 1 block of coal. And you get a donut shape like this. If you punch these blocks out, it'd be a 3x3 square. But it looks like this. Again, feel free to pause. And again, it's too thick, but the back side only has black wool, whereas the front has that 1 coal block. Okay, so what we do is replicate that on the other side. So we go up, to the side twice, down twice, and to the left once. We then, on the back block of the middle, place 1 black wool, and then in the middle block of the front, we place 1 coal. And once you've done that, good news, you have finished your nightmare statue. So, I'm going to do one last spin around of the head, and then we'll wrap this video up, because it's been quite a lengthy one, to say the least. But I do hope you enjoyed. I do hope you found this somewhat useful, and you've ended up with this product at the end, which is your very own nightmare statue, which I think is really, really awesome. Again, huge credit to Lazar for the design. This is one of the original ones he did, and as you can tell, it is really, really awesome. So, if you haven't got something looking like this, definitely go back in the video, see where you've gone wrong. I definitely suggest still giving it a try, should I say. I was about to say still giving it a go, but still give it a try. It looks awesome once you've done it, and it's definitely worth it. Well, that's in my opinion, but hopefully you agree with me. But anyways, thank you for watching. Until next time, my name has been Tom, and goodbye.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart and watch it burn. Tear me apart.